over here now that they are being challenged, this time by Team Secret. So it's a 4v1. Levi's took in a little bit of that damage, but coming off the kill feed, it's action coming from Team Falcon, currently out of the game, courtesy of BTR.
Yeah, we managed to actually catch a glimpse of that battle. Was the rest of Falcons, they actually take that claim over the hill very early on, and you see a lot of back and forth between Bigatron Knights as well as they were basically battling for that position. Now they move over onto these corners, finding a beautiful angle. They managed to not near Zades. Well, I'm not too sure which player exactly is that, but overall, there is definitely a hot pursuit as Genfos cuts in really closely. He's got that grenade, and I believe Ease has got nowhere else to go but to hide behind his tree. That is not going to be clearing off the corners just yet, but he's ready to go in for a big, great takedown, and what a dodge as well. As that will quickly be exchanged by Lepard that has been holding that very same angle. 1-for-1 trade. Now it's really down to Icy, and I believe perhaps one more member inside of Falcons to be able to still go in for a trade. But Zux is a little deep inside of boot camp, so I wonder if this is going to end pretty well because action has already been taken out.
I know. Yeah, this is not looking too good for the side of Falcons. That was a good long-range shot, though, coming from Lapar of BTR. From the kill feed, it's Genfus, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, currently knocked down at the moment. It's Icy all alone in the battlefield inside Sand.
Yeah, really, he was worrying for Nerd to change his name once again. We'll get confirmation later on, but he's in the perfect position. Still trying to actually take them down. Icy holding over onto the hillside, but they're kind of stuck at the moment. BTR looking to one-up them. Meanwhile, out there, sees RRQ upon arrival. Dreadful never down, but there is definitely a flank that they have to look out for. What a spray, as they will have Rosemary arriving over the back just to supplement a little bit more of that damage. RRQ, they go out early. Team Secret being spotted out. It is helter-skelter in Siaran.
And early elimination for the side of RRQ. They just got ambushed by Alter Ego Ares, now racking up a total of 4 elimination points, and they are still going out for more. They are ready to challenge the Team Secret on the other side of the road here, so let's just wait if they're going to be continuing on with the push. But in the meantime, we've got BTR losing 2 of their members. They already have 1 point, though, but the question is, can they survive this fight up against Nerzid of Falcons? Nerzid already down, courtesy of Lapar. Zuxi going in for the charge, but I think that is it for Falcons.
Yeah, I believe there is just perhaps one more member, which was Icy, or have they been taken out yet? Yeah, I still see Icy over the corner of my screen. So he's going to be in a tough situation since there's barely enough room to play out. But Icy, we're seeing some incredible plays coming from this gentleman from yesterday. Who knows? Probably is a lot more interested in concluding this fight up against BTR so that they could settle the scores. Overall, Nachi should be able to seal the deals. A little HP left on that member. And now down to that 1v1. Oh, there's a little bit of room over on corner wall. Zeta, he's got some Molotov to also play around with as they are dancing around. Big jump shots. Half HP left, and here we go. Closing it right through. Could he actually find the mark, as there is going to be some time to be bought here with him trying to go for those meds. Meanwhile, wrap around the
party is not over just yet. BTR versus Falcons. It is still ongoing. It's Zuxi throwing in some smoke grenades over here to try cover himself up. But I believe East is prepared, cooking up that nade. Can he shut down Lepar? Unfortunately, missed his target over here. It's a 2v1 situation, but good drop right there coming from East. But Lepar, oh man, with a very on-point nade, secures the win.
Wow. Great tag team action coming in through, and
they have got to move it. They are now preparing to get inside the circle. But you know what? If they continue on heading towards that same direction, I think they're going to go up against Faceland over here. And here comes Killer Whitey with a very aggressive gameplay. And of course, an S12K going up for the remaining players of Faceland. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, this is just looking to be a very rowdy lobby, and DRS, they hit their mark at
Inside that area over there. I believe those are the boys coming from former. Just got dropped. So it's just Zoxy right now playing for BTR. Oh man, this is not good for Bigatron.
Yeah, they're only down to Zuxi left, but we've seen some great stuff coming in from Zuxi. A little bit of a split going on as they're slowly withering down Zuxi. He's playing by the smoke, still being very elusive. And here we go, the trade set in. Refuse will be winning that one, but he actually takes a little bit of that Molotov coming from Baron. Should be
again. What? Okay, this is a green mark, right? But I believe we have 3
BTR.
squads in this particular area.
Yep, there is BTR right on the crosshair. Over on the back side of the North George is also RRQ, the ones that actually take down that player on board. So now BTR will notice that there isn't just one team that they're dealing with. They will have to be a little bit more careful. Speaking of which, not too careful while we go in for the exchange. Zuxi hitting the mark once again as he gives a little bit of coverage for the rest of BTR to be able to eventually go in for that revive. I don't think that they could actually move off of North George.
Okay, so far so good for the side of Bigatron. 1 elimination point, and right now this is just information gameplay, I guess. I mean, we can see that nobody's really going in for the hard push just yet because everyone's aware of the fact that, some of the players are already on the rooftop. They have the, like a great
allows the rest of RQ to trail right into these areas of play. Speaking of which, SOAS finds 2 members of RQ running into this doorstep. So that is a quick delivery. Man. Can I take my prediction back, Mr. Production? I don't think that this is going to end all too well for RRQ, as now Limpeco is trying to take out all the members of BTR by himself in the hop suit, where there's not really much space for him to play around. BTR goes in to close in the final members of RQ. That was quick work, and somehow even Team Secret survived a lot longer than RQ did.
I mean, who would want to start their game, losing some of their members, right? It can be hard considering the fact that we are just at stage 1 here, and we've got 3 teams going head to head, losing their players, and I don't know. I mean, which of these 3 teams is going to be surviving? Okay, so we already have 1 team out with 2 elimination points, and that is Contra's prediction, RQ.
Yeah, it's just a very tough start to begin with for the rest of RQ. I guess they never really needed to push, and whoa, what a beautiful nade. BTR is definitely onto something today. All 4 points, these squads like Lions that finally reach into the zone, but trailing right behind them is one of the squads out there as Falak gets spotted out, moving deeper into this territory as they try to breach the compound. Octa trying to actually flush them off. It's only down to 2 members left for side of ASI8. Got that DBS in hand. They have to really respect this close quarter combat. Takes down Rosemary, but that's all that she wrote. Only down to Red Devil, but he's still finding all these members taken out goal. He even spots the final member.
What?
And Alter Eagle is wiped off the planet.
What just happened? Wow, that was a stellar performance coming from Red Devil. I mean,
and Roy's got to be absolutely careful with this advancement of Bigatron members wrapping around these edges. Well, Apex now finds Tony K as well. Names starting to appear over on the course of our screen. Point Donkey, FaZe Clan, they were on the receiving end. Coming in from DRS. And over onto the mini feed, we are taking a look at a little bit of more of a push towards the side of Micro Vibes, while the rest of BTR now tries to pave their passage, and it's going to be Deadboss taken down initially as the exchange goes through. Now the good that Godly angles up against the entirety of Roy Esports playing by the smokes, but that is not going to be any form of cover defense. Only down to Tuss. 2 members left for the side of Bigatron as they go in for the quick revival. Tuss still playing around these edges, dropping in the Molotov, and they will try to run towards the side of Tusk, and he will overwhelm the entirety of Bigatron.
Oh man, man, he took those bullets like a brave soldier right there, coming off the kill fit. Man, it is lining up. Zuxi on the ground. Same thing goes for Sky Horror Esports. Oh man, Roy. I think they just sealed the deal. Yeah, Boing Donkey got eliminated as well with 2 elimination points. Man, it is happening. Fights happening simultaneously, left and right. Horror Esports right now getting bombarded by D Saver. Chua just like go for another nade right there, and Horror Esports, they don't have that much space to work with.
Not too much, but they've been able to at least cut in by the middle of Nate. Lions also trying to flush out their position, so this is not going to be an easy task for ASI8. They will have to look for alternatives. While currently, Red Devil is going to be stuck over the lower ridge, as Leo will be able to find the mark, taking down Nachi.
They have now a total of 6 elimination points, and Falag is doing a bit of a heavy lifting here for the team. He's the one being aggressive for their
on the Novo side, on the right side, because the circle is built within that perimeter. But all that and more will be happening very soon on stage number 3. So here, DRS with 5 eliminations in their hands here at this current moment. Stalwart Esports, they don't know this, but they do have eyesight on the team members of Team Void Donkey right outside of this area. Meanwhile, all this is happening. FaceClan is eliminated in 12th place, not being able to obtain any placement points over here. Stalwart Esports goes for a little spray and pray, not able to connect. It does connect a little bit, but not enough to actually take him down. Shows up enough.
Bigatron Knights, they're definitely looking to get themselves pretty much safe into the area, but there is Horror Esports waiting upon arrival. You have to book the hillside. Immediately, Nofer takes one off the list. Easy claim up against BTR.
Wow, I'm surprised that Bigatron did manage to escape teams like Stalwart E for a team to actually jump on over. Meanwhile, we're also looking at the other bridge on the west side. This is a battle between Alter Ego Ares up against Team D Xavier. D Xavier's waiting for Alter Ego to just cross over. He doesn't have anyone nearby to actually pick him up, so he might have to sacrifice himself with here. While all this is happening, he's going to be giving information in regards to the positioning of the team members and stuff with Esports. It's not going to be that easy, as smoke nades are being short here on the ground, preventing vision from one another. And while all that, I do believe that the shootout that we saw earlier, Contra, between Xavier and Team Secret has concluded, and Xavier will be coming out on top as Team Secret is eliminated. And meanwhile, down with Esports as well, here at 5 elimination ones in their hand. Managed to actually get Malik and Hoorah together with Sky. And Hoorah Esports is going to bow out in 8th place. 1 elimination points and 1 placement points by being here in 8th.
A very difficult hole out. Well, we have so many more areas to play out. The rest of Stalwart Esports remaining to be in firm control. Losing out that one member, and now throws over onto the member of Boindaki. Beautiful spray. That will flip the entirety of the squad. Boindaki only managing one when the exchanges go through. Alliance, they've got the best spot possible. They are looking to zone out teams such as Stalwart from advancing any further. Sanchir holding on to the other side while the rest of Alliance spreads out to try to eventually wipe away the rest of Stalwart Esports. It's not going to be an easy task for Sanchir at all, as he's currently being the last remaining player standing for STE. Flags. Puffer fishing for 11, while there is going to be nades to be sent right into the back of the rocks. Sanchir tries to dodge it, but it's only about a matter of time, as it will be GBLP that will show up over the back as the Lions absolutely dominates the zone. The Malaysian squad, this is that perfect game to actually seize a chicken dinner of their own, but now needing to deal with the rest of yours as well that made their approach alongside with Roy Esports, currently holding them down. Chaman down, down. The YT struggling to also move in with the vehicle. Same goes to Roy Esports. It's been a very hectic ride into the app.
Oh yes, and of course they have to survive through a lot more armament here. The opponents does seem that DRS will be seeing a lines here on the sideline. Shootouts happening at this current moment. Flags going up on the chase here. On Killer, but decides to take his towards the right side, swerve his vehicle. While all that is happening, it does seem that Starless has to pick out on Killer here at this moment. So far, as you mentioned, Alliance have had great positioning here in the game. They were not, they were within the circle for the longest time. They had short engagements here, but it does seem that Roy Esports managed to pick up one of the members here from Alliance. Roy still with the best case scenario here in the game. With 4 teams remaining, they have the most amount of players alive at this current moment. Udo Lions, or should I say Alliance, my apologies, currently in second with 3 players. Meanwhile, Bigatron with 2 players left and Xavier with 1. Team 99, aka Jimmy OP here. We've seen some remarkable plays from him before. We'll see if he's able to replicate back his amazing plays on yesterday's game. And does seem Tusk has his aim set towards this particular building where 2 of the team members here. Ooh, the moment showed himself. Olio. The moment showed himself over there, Contra. He got picked off real fast. It was actually a crossfire from the top side and the lower side from Roy Esports. And we do know there's yet another member here from Alliance. And does seem, despite having such a great run here in this game, they have to bow out in 4th place.
Yeah, that was a really great angle coming from the side of Roy Esports, as they will take claim of that compound. Bigatron Knights only left with 2 members. Now they see the entire squad of Roy Esports. Not that there is much for them to do from this angle other than try to fend them off for this current position. Hug by the corner of the tower, Satara over the top side, while there is rest of Roy, who is trailing right behind as they're hoping to close it up against those members of BTR eventually. And now it's between these 2 squads. I'm just really surprised that Alliance has gotten overwhelmed in this matchup, whereas this could very well be the comeback performance necessary for Roy Esports in this match. BTR only with 2 members, and this is everything to play for on the line for the side of Roy, as they are slowly wrapping around the edges. I believe that they should at least garner enough information of the current positions of these BTR members.
Oh yeah, and of course, these 2 teams right now, Roy looking very healthy, looking great here, as all they need to do is find the 2 team members from Bigatron Knights, and they do spot him out based on the shootouts here. Lapar currently in trouble, but Dusty, he's able to actually get 2 of them from Roy. So, from a 4v2 situation, they managed to cleanse it up. This might be an insane play here from Roy. Lapar still surviving through, making plays over here. They just need to seek out 1 more member from Roy Esports. It so happens to be Tusk. And they do find him. They do see where his position at. Starless on the outside perimeters. Lapar low on HP. Tusk tried to go for a little bit of shoot here, but it's a 2v1 situation. Tusk doesn't have much cover aside from the walls. Tries to go for a shoot, and it does seem that this is going to be none other than Bigatron Knights game here for match number 9.
They absolutely botched it. Like, I don't know how to tell you otherwise, because Bigatron Knights is not, as they try to take over this position where the last we saw was Vampire Esports Vampire Esports at the start. Once again, a member over onto the sniper's nest, or should I just say a small little tower, watchtower from the holdout. Snape, he can't afford to actually take any form of peek, as it Billy jumps off, gets picked off by Satar. Beautiful timing as he managed to eventually take claim of that. Now, so we'll be looking for a whole lot more up against the rest of RQ in the city.
Yeah, I think the thing about Victoria, he didn't even had a really good angle because you're looking from low ground to high ground. I think it's very easy for him to actually just make his way away from the watchtower. And meanwhile here, Bigatron Knights is actually throwing up nades upon no mercy. Here, they do spot him out. Of course, we do have Crossfire here and zooming on the sides in a different building altogether, but was not able to connect, or should I say not enough connection to actually take down any of the members of Bigatron Knights here at this particular moment. So it's going to be a battle for territory in between these two big teams from Indonesia. Two enter the premises, one will come out alive. Who will it be? It does seem that none of
Where Gobush has been holding out on this angle, he might be able to be onto something. And only spots out that member, but that nade perfectly lobbed as Satara predicted him to be a body case. These players absolutely do know their angles, and right now only one member left standing in the way. RRQ Ryu absolutely overwhelmed. Will be flushed off the city and will take neighbors until it gets a little bit noisier while the circle is still around that region of Gatka. State Street slowly closing out within a minute's time. Satara now adds 5 points to the tally for the rest of BTR. Also clearing over onto from the north all the way down into the rim of the circle, as the rest of Team Secret, they're looking to be struggling.
PMSL, the recent PMSL Fall 2024. That's showing us what he's got over here. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, we'll also be looking at the next circle over here. Also very centric at the moment here. So Sutton puts most of the teams already on the inside perimeters. Meanwhile, GK getting himself on the outside of the building. Let's go a little bit of shootout. One of the team members here, Leons, is actually just outside here from Team Bigatron. Really careful. He's trying to get cover. He's trying to body block some of the shots here from GK. But that's going to be enough over here. Meanwhile, Falcons action cleared out. Break from Team Secret. This moment.
Now, it's just them sandwiched in between the rest of Team Falcons pouring upon them as well. Both BTR as well as Team Secret weakened up, only having a couple of members remaining there. Going for that full set into the shack. GK with 1 HP left. How much more can he do? He will be able to get that knock. Looking for another one, but the further he goes, he will be moving into the territory of the rest of Team Falcons. Barely any space left, but he will be able to heal up for now. A big wraparound coming in from these corners, and I believe that there is going to be a time for them to go for reset. Goes for a drop once again. Now, Jiki, he is making wonders happen. He does not have any patrols left, and he will be taken down the list. But damage has been struck. This is just going to be them pulling out, and here comes Dawkins. They have arrived just in the nick of time.
Oh yeah, I see from Falcon. Seems happen up here. Throws up nade towards Bigatron's direction, but still kind of undercooked that one. Was not able to actually hit off on anyone. Meanwhile, action, breaking on the action and jumping into the neighboring building here. Trying to make something happen. Throws in the nade. Oh, it does connect. I see hit is off on Starless and action. Throwing on a nade, connecting here. I don't think it's enough camouflage to hide himself. He's able to gain information in the team and you're able to make some decision making. Meanwhile, it does seem that going to be charging forward. Chua is going to be shooting forward. It's going to be Zuck down on the ground, hands on Chua. Paragen moving forward, trying to get a little bit of information. They didn't see him, but Starless is very nearby with just a little bit of cover here with the Aluminiums right in front of him. And while then looking behind, there is another team member from the Xavier as well. So he has to be really, really careful.
Wow, that was phenomenally played out. But the moment that they tried to rotate once again, DX got themselves clipped by Genfos, securing those knocks. And Xavier loses way more than they should have. So it's still going to be a 3 versus a long wall for Xavier to set those scores. Nate tosses from each side. And Salman actually hits onto Genfos. The Coke, but that will be traded blow for blow. Down to a 2 versus 2. Powerjet now hiding into the shack. No! Quick timing! Oh, with only 1 HP left. They over of DX by taking
things around and making a big win for themselves. Able to hold on to still 3 of the team members, while 1 is currently in very low HP. Meanwhile, DRS up against Team Vampire Esports. You guys know this. They're holding on to that top 2 place over here. Vampire Esports. A lot doesn't know this, but they've already been overtaken due to that elevation points from the meanwhile here. Alter Ego jumps on top. Was able to connect. It's the team that he's going to be signed to his former device. Doc and Ruthles are going to be the ones who come.
Alter Ego bows out to these big names out there. And it's DRS as well for Michael Box getting those numbers. Here comes Falcons as well, arriving to take down the members of Bigatron Red Aliens. I like to call them Red Aliens, but it's actually Bigatron Knights for what they're known right now.
I get you.
Here goes. Action now with an 8. Pop perfectly towards RQ as well. Team Falcons have arrived to the party, ladies and gents. Looking for a little bit of a supper since it's past dinner time, but of course, chicken dinner is still within reach. So closes in a couple seconds. The Nate does connect coming from the Pecco as he drops 1 down. Looking forward to secure action, and there is still 1 holding it true. Big names exchange, and now down to top as he will try to go in with wraparound. Beautiful jump shot. 1 more member left for the side of RQ. So much to be done here by No Mercy. Tries to go for the drop shot. Not quite enough. 5 perfect points from Falcons as they're adding more points to the tally while they're still battling throughout the course of the matchup. We see the circle now closing into the deeper areas of the valley, while there is certain regions held by Alliance that can benefit them at this very moment. One donkey up the hillside.
Placement points for the team. So think about how you can contribute. Like, it's such a big risk for you to engage with people. And remember, meanwhile, we're looking at Bigatron up against Falcons over here. Falcons scavenging around, trying to make the sweet escape, but under heavy gunfire coming out from Bigatron. They are 2 team members up there, murders as well in action, but they are down on their knees, making his sweet escape. While all this is happening, Zuxi, it does seem that Falcon is actually within the blue circle area. So this is just all Bigatron has to do right now is just screen the team members from Falcons away from moving forward. Oh, they just want to now entering into the smoke area here. The shots, some of them connects, but it's not enough to actually kill him out. Paragen decides to make an escape over here. Wraps around to the other side, but gets spotted out here in the hands of Naughty from ASI8. But they can't relax too early here because there's still team members from the Xavier still around the perimeters. Red Devil having the high ground vision over things with hopes he can actually grenade Red Devil to high HP.
I absolutely love how Red Devil played it out, giving all the information necessary. Also landing the final blow over DX. We continue with this fight between Bigatron as well as the rest of Team Falcons. Yet to recuperate, we still see action limping on the ground, but they've already lost 2 many members. Goes my prediction. Only E's left standing in the way of hugging going down over on the corner of the warehouse. I believe that the moment that the rest of Bigatron goes in for that full reset, they should be moving directly to challenge the only member standing in the way from Team Falcons. And as a matter of fact, with another update to the zone, BTR definitely wants that spot for themselves. But this is going to be a very similar play. We see Void Donkey in the exact same spot that they were from last round. Maybe a little deeper in as compared to the gas station. He's now cooks up the grenade spots out. Leon Punk moving across these vicinity. And it's going to be Gen Foss quickly getting sorted out. Here comes a little bit of spray down. Leon Punk will be able to get that massive spray and will secure these 3 points up against Valkyries. Now needing to at least claim a little bit more of that space. It is going to be a tough area to play out for the rest of Vampire Esports. Now moving towards the location where Point Donkey's at. Big Nate's now being primed right in. Straps now trying to go down with the 1v1s. Not too far off on our mini map, there is also a couple members of Team Secret that is hoping to also send shots towards the side of Stone. That forced Potato to actually swerve pass back over
Central area of the circle at this current moment, meaning that they have to work double time and ensure that their asses, their north, south, east, and west are being covered at all times. Meanwhile, here RRQ up against your brethrens, Indonesian brethrens from Bigatron. Wall will come out on top. Here's Zoe doing a little bit sway. It's not able to disconnect with Zuxi. Zuxi will be dropped here in hands of Zooing and eliminates Bigatron in 12th place.